Hey everybody, what's up? What's going on? I'm always like adjusting my light every time I press start. So I don't think we had any shout outs from last week, but if we did, we're gonna start it up for Love and Hip Hop New York, which is coming up next. I do have to make an announcement on my other channel because I used to always do my Love and Hip Hops on that channel, and now we've moved it over here, and you know, people probably don't know about it, but we rocking, right? Guys, make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Share this video wherever you like to share videos, and give it that good old thumbs up. And you already know the schedule for right now is going to be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays. Wednesdays being Empire and Sundays being Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it starts off with Hazel E. She was coming to the stage, and she was coming like she was big and bad and like she was about to do something. But Masika wasn't having it. She was just like, I'm not sharing the stage with her. They said she wasn't going to get any camera time, and I'm out. That's it. If I have to be here, then I'm leaving. And she pretty much got off the stage, was being super petty, was sitting down in the audience, and she didn't even want to answer any questions while she was in the audience. She was like, when she gets off the stage, then we can do this. But until then, no, I'm not doing it. And then she ended up like going to the back. She's just, I don't know. It seemed like she was just running away from speaking. It's like you always, well, not always, but there are many times when I see she has so much to say, but then the girl's right in front of you and you're like walking away. I don't know. Supposedly, I guess the reason why they had this big falling out is because Masika said something about Hazel E supposedly having an old collab with Fetty Wap, which Masika's like, that's not even him. And then Hazel E in return says, oh, but is that his baby? Or something along those lines about her daughter. And she got very pissed off about it. I think, like somebody said, they just need to keep everybody's kids out of it. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the kids. You know, you're doing this because you're trying to make money. Most likely, I mean, if they're not selfish, they're trying to make money for their families so their families can have a future. I mean, that's why you're putting all their business out there in the street, you know? So I just think they're doing a little too much. Like, they keep on putting everybody's kids, talking about how somebody's kids is ugly and this and that. It's not cool. So Safaree, he was representing the Caribbean ting, turn up man. But supposedly some people were upset that he kept on turning off and on his accent. I mean, I do that whenever I feel like it. Certain words that just sound so much better when you have an accent. And my accent is real Yankee-like because although I've grown up, you know, with all my family, or a good portion of them, I live in America. So I kind of adjusted as needed. So I ain't mad at him, and I've seen a lot of people do that. Hispanic people do that all the time with Spanish. Whenever they're around Spanish people, what do? They start talking in Spanish, and everybody else is just like, you know, it's like some kind of little connection. I mean, he didn't have nobody that was speaking the same way, it's patois like him. But he was represented, and big up to him. You know, do your thing. Don't be scared of nobody, and, you know, be yourself. That's what he always been known for. Every time I see him talking on Instagram or wherever, he always puts on and off his accent. So why he needs to change because he's on the show to make everybody happy? Like, please. But I did feel like he was doing the most when they started asking Rosa a few questions. Nicki asked Rosa a few questions, Nicki Parker. That's her name, right? That sounds like from Moesha. Anyways, they asked her a few questions, and then he was just like being super duper rude. But later on, he apologized. I don't know if he was smelling himself. I don't know. He just was not thinking. It's like he was trying to be a trending topic for a moment. I was sitting here like, boy, like, you're really doing too much. You acting out right now. You look stupid. But then he calmed down and got back into himself because he seems like a real good dude. And to be honest, I still feel bad about him and his whole situation that he put himself into for all of these years and just was played out as somebody's hype man when you was actually their real man for all these years, and they get somebody new real quick, replace you, and put this person on a pedestal just because they're also an artist. You know, you feel me? So I've always been rooting for him, and I'm happy that he's starting to do his thing and make some money. I guess him and this Nicki ain't together anymore because she said that he needs to get his mind right and he needs to get his financial situation together as well. So I guess what she's saying without saying it is that he's not good enough for her right now. That's what I was hearing. You know, you gotta read between the lines sometimes, and I definitely always read between the lines. Like, somebody could be talking to me saying blah 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 blah, but I'm hearing what you're really saying, you know. So Sean does, there was the next scene. Well, it was, I don't know, I skipped over a few things because a few things were just like irrelevant to me. So Shonda now, she's upset because she said at the end of the day, all of this is her real life. She didn't know that he was cheating on her. She told him if anything is going down, she told Willie, let her know before they get on the show. So she feels like he played her out, put her on national TV, and then he ends up making her look stupid. And, you know, at the end of the day, even though it's a show and like she said, it's her real life, and sometimes they're acting, sometimes they're scripted, but it does kind of seem like she was being genuine about this whole situation, and this girl just kind of came out of nowhere and just wanted to get some spotlight, some fame, and was just being mad, rude, and disrespectful the way she came at her, and the way she was, it seemed like a lot of the stuff she was saying was lies. Willie, he also said that was the end of the story. First he was saying that it wasn't nothing serious with her, but then he also said that he did have sex with her, but she was talking to his mans or something like that. I don't know. He just, when he was talking, it just kind of seemed like things wasn't adding up. I was like on my investigator mode real quick, like, that don't make sense though. I don't know about your little story, bruh. I don't know. My son got me saying bro. He always say that all the time. I'll be like, I'm not your brother. Okay, chill out with that. I'm not your brother. I'm like, keep that to your friends. But he be bringing me the latest new words and stuff like that I could come on here and have it with y'all, because I don't go nowhere. So yeah, they talk about the whole Masika and Brandy situation next, and she says that she had an issue with Masika because Masika was trying to talk to her friend's man or something like that. And I'm like, you mad loyal to people for what? Like, that doesn't have anything to do with you. Your friend? And that sounds so high school-ish. She's just like, I'm loyal and I'm loyal to a fault, and if something happens with my friend, I'm just not gonna be pretending to like you or be kikiing with you and stuff. And I'm just like, you sound so immature. You say that you're intelligent, but that sounds so immature. I mean, at the end of the day, even if one of my friends has a problem with somebody, if I have something to do that's professional, I'm going to do what I have to do. And I'm going to look fabulous while I do it, you know? And that doesn't have anything to do with me. Unless they said something about me, like that's a whole different situation. Or if me and my friend had like this conversation about it, you know, and it's something crazy where the girl tried to kill her or something, you know, maybe then I'll consider like, okay, I gotta watch out for that one. I'm not gonna try to be too cool with her. But other than that, like, some things are just so high school. So moving on to the whole Lyrica and A1. It seems like all of them are cool now, for now, because you know how these people is up and down. One minute they trying to work things out, the next minute they having a brawl. So for now, they good. Tiara, she's scared crapless because she might be going to jail. She said she had some incident with the Uber driver. I never looked it up because I don't really care that much. But supposedly she had something with the Uber driver, and she says, but she kind of admitted in one breath that she gets crazy when she drinks. She becomes somebody else and she may have a problem. But then she said that she didn't want to take the plea bargain because she feels like she is not guilty of it. So I don't know if she's not guilty of whatever it is that they actually accused her of, but it does seem like she was most likely drinking and most likely got out of control and had an incident with the Uber driver. So I don't know. I guess maybe she didn't want to take the charges that they were trying to give her. And well, you know what they say, innocent until proven guilty, right? So, but it seemed like she needed a new judge because that judge seemed like she don't like her too much. We done seen her get locked up already, so I don't know. Things ain't looking too good for her right now. But she does, like I said, she does kind of admit that she has a problem, which is good. But she says she's not really doing anything to help. And I feel like not everyone has that willpower to say, okay, I'm not gonna drink anymore. Because I remember years ago, I had some issue with like a boyfriend, and I was like drinking like every day, you know? And I just looked at myself in the mirror one day like, girl, I worked. So at that time, it was when I came home, I was just like, you know, watching shows, drinking, doing, you know, whatever I was doing, taking it back, getting my little Ciroc on. And I just realized, like, what am I doing to myself? This is not popping. This is not going to really help the situation. If anything, this is making it worse. So I just had to kind of look at myself and say, okay, that's it. And just pretty much cut myself off. And I think that not everyone has the ability to do that. I don't like being connected or feeling addicted to anything. Like, I remember there was Monster energy drinks. I was drinking that all the time, but I felt like I needed it, so I had to cut that off cold turkey. Different things like that. And, you know, not, like I said, not everyone has the willpower to be able to do that. So, and yeah, so they did also ask Ray J about it, and they asked him, like, what does he think about her? Did she ever have a problem back in the days? Because he known her, or he has known her for a long time. And he was like, nah. But I feel like he was lying, because we've seen in previous seasons where they were actually together, where he was saying that she had a drinking problem. But I guess he thought that we forgot about all that. Like, it's in the archives, and we know that you said that. You know, if anybody's been following the show for a while, then you know that they've had problems where that's one of the main reasons why they broke up, is because he said she used to drink and get crazy too much, and then he used to drink as well, and it was just like a really bad situation. So they both had to get themselves out of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday for Empire. Alright guys, be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one.